Very cool. We have a pre-win question about what is the difference, if any, between confidence and the formula, and if there's any difference between the two, or yeah, I would add in, if there's any overlay or contrast between the two.
Confidence is one means of enacting the formula. It is particularly useful when it comes to doing things to the best of your ability. Now, naturally, when you are very excited and enthusiastic about something, you will be more confident than when you're not, because you sense it is coming from your true, authentic self. It is not contrived and it is not fake, and therefore you are more comfortable and clear in your presentation of it. Yet, this isn't always the experience that people have, because oftentimes you go through experiences of conditioning or bullying or criticism that brings one to develop beliefs that say things like, my unique gifts are not good enough. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say or share, and so on. And these beliefs cause you to not have confidence in expressing your essence. And actually, to develop the confidence, what's most important is to do what is exciting for you, even if you don't feel confident, even if you are doubting yourself. You don't have to feel a 100% level of mastery and surety to be able to take the first step in doing something that brings your heart to open and brings you to feel love. And the best way to break through that conditioning is to not listen to it and to do what you love anyway. Each time a layer of those belief systems is peeled back and is shed, and the next time you come to share or express yourself, you might be a bit more confident. And eventually, there will be total confidence and there will be no hesitation or questioning of yourself in the process. So, confidence is indeed a part of the formula. And we will say that for many people, it is a part that develops over time, over repetition, over continued practice.
Oh, very cool. And now I just want to add or ask something from my personal experience, which is that my experience has been that confidence has also something to do with expectations. And a funny example from my experience is that when I transitioned into focusing on songwriting, I realized that, well, if 1 out of 1,000 people really love my songs, that's going to mean that it's going to be an extremely successful career. Versus if I was doing a keynote presentation on something and 999 out of 1,000 people walked out, that would be a problem. So is it also, in terms of confidence, a question about having the right expectations?
It doesn't matter what you expect, it matters, are you attached to those expectations or not? This is the biggest key. Remember that you always have expectations. If you watch the weather report, you develop an expectation that things will go that way. You expect buses to come on time and so on and so forth, but things don't always happen the way that you expect. That is the nature of reality. And the universe is always self-correcting and reorienting It is when you insist on what you thought was supposed to happen that you interrupt the process that is there to redirect you to the timeline that you were really meant to be on. And this insistence that something other than what it is happening should be happening instead is what causes you to lose your grounding in your being and in the present moment so that you might be able to respond to the situation at hand in the most appropriate of ways. So expectations can be helpful for you when they make you feel more enthusiastic, but that is the purpose of the expectation. The purpose of the expectation is not to bring you to fulfill the goal ultimately. It is so that you can be more fully present in the process. And trusting in the universe and in your own higher self means letting go and knowing that as long as you felt love and joy and shared that energy in doing what you were doing, it was a success. So one reason that people might not feel confident is that they have these very rigid definitions of success and failure. And then they come to set up expectations of themselves that are too high and attach to those expectations. When then they fail, that disappointment causes a disruption that makes their vibration plummet and not resonate with the natural enthusiasm that is there within all of you. So, setting realistic expectations is helpful, but even realistic expectations cannot be attached to, cannot be insisted upon. But yes, we would say actually you want to aim for the middle ground between realistic expectations and your wildest dream expectations. Something slightly more ideal than what is possible, but not shooting for the most absolute perfect situation that could ever be, because most likely that will not be. As long as you are using these goals as a way to generate enthusiasm in the moment and you let go of the outcomes, expectations are always going to help you align with your trajectory.
Okay.